So we're talking today about Pinterest broken links and how this could affect you, especially if you are a store owner and you are unaware that this is even happening. What choices do you have to make to correct this? And is there anything that you can do about it? What are your best solutions to fix this? Because those broken links or suspicious links, they're all being blocked now by Pinterest. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Before we head over and I show you an example of a blocked link, of a pin on Pinterest, go ahead and subscribe down below to Pin Traffic Power so that you can get updates whenever a new video is released every single week, giving you all kinds of free Pinterest marketing tips to help you improve your business. Let's take a look now at what happened, how I found a link to a pin that is being blocked. So the first thing of how I found this to begin with is I was looking for this keyword phrase on Google. And what I found was a product page that matches it exactly inside of the store. So they are on page 1 of Google, search result number 1 on the page, which is amazing. And they are number 2 for this category in their store, and number 3 for this Pinterest pin. So let's take a closer look at this Pinterest pin. And yes, Google does index pins from Pinterest. So if you have mastered keywords really, really well, but you can join the Pin Traffic Mastery course and the full program to learn how to do that. The link is down below this video on how to join and what it's about. You will be able to get the opportunity to hopefully start getting some pins indexing in Google as well as in Pinterest. So this is the store, and there is no metadata coming in. I do not see a price that's being suggested. I do not see extra information coming from the store page itself. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, it's possible that they don't have the rich pins set up in Pinterest quite yet. Or number two, there's something wrong with the link to this pin, which I'll show you in just a second, for why that information is not coming through on the pin correctly, as it should for the type of rich pin this is, which is a product pin. Now, the person who saved this, notice that they have this keyword phrase that I was searching for in Google right in the pin description. So that really helped the ranking of this and to get indexed in Pinterest. And when you have a lot of shoppers who absolutely love a product, they're going to pin it whether you want them to or not. They will pin it. And this is an average shopper pinning it to a board that she has created that is all about her son. Probably his products that she's planning to purchase here in the near future. This has been saved 74 times, and who knows how many times those other pins have also been pinned and saved to other people, as there's kind of a snowball effect that can happen. But this is the total amount here is 74 saves, which is quite a bit. It has the potential to go viral here. But here's a problem, is if I were to click on this, you're going to see what happens. I get this warning sign that pops up that says, hey, this link may not work, and it just blocked it. It's trying to keep me from clicking through the link. And it says it may be broken or outdated, learn more. So let's open up a fresh page to see what that looks like. So this goes to a help section about suspicious links, and it says sometimes that Pinterest blocks these links to redirect other pages because, number one, it may contain misleading information, it may be inappropriate, or it could be spammy content. In this case, none of that really qualifies for this pin because what's on the other side is not misleading, it's not inappropriate, and it does not redirect to something that is not about the actual store itself. So let's take a look at where it does go to. So we're going to click on Visit Anyway. And it goes to a 404 page not found, which means that the link is totally broken. They took this product page down and deleted it, which is probably the worst thing you could ever do, because now all of the pins on Pinterest that are linked to this page are all completely broken, and they are getting warning signs popping up, discouraging people from clicking through. that means your traffic went way down out of nowhere. And you may be wondering what happened to my Pinterest traffic. Well, this is it. And unfortunately, you could be losing some sales as well. So if we come back here to the suspicious links, it says, if a link you're about to visit is suspected to be broken, if it's inoperable, inappropriate, or otherwise potentially unsafe, we may suggest an alternative link if an alternative is available. In this case, they could not find an alternative link for this. And I'm not sure why that is, but this is a good reason why you want to make sure that you have your rich pins set up in Pinterest or your store so that it helps Pinterest to maybe find an alternative that they can suggest to someone because your link is broken. It says if there are no available alternatives, we encourage you not to visit the link. So they really are turning people away once they try to click through this pin, and that's unfortunate because that is a lot of traffic being lost, and that is a lot of potential sales that are being lost as well for this store. And the other part is that this is, again, remember, it's being indexed on Google search results, page 1 for this keyword phrase, which is amazing for a pin to be able to do that. And they are just the third, this pin is the third one down on the page. And you're going to see it again and again and again. Here's another pin. Let's open this one up. It's indexed as well for that same keyword phrase. And look, there it is a second time on Google. And then we can look down and it may be coming through from other places as well. So this one is the .es, this one is the .ca. It's not all just Pinterest.com that indexes on Google page 1 search results, but it's also Pinterest.es, Pinterest.ca, because shoppers were saving this pin out of the store like crazy. One more tip for you, and then I want you to take some action on your account so that you can keep this from happening, and what to do if it does happen for you. So number one, you want to make sure that you've got some really great keyword phrases that you're using in your product pages, especially for the title of your product. You need to do some research. You may need to change some of your existing product titles as well because you want to increase the chances of your pin being able to be found easily and potentially go viral in Pinterest, but also to get indexed in Google as well. So getting your pin indexed in both search engines is going to give you amazing traffic results. And you just saw how that pin was indexed, not just from the .com, but from several sites that Pinterest has across the world, and the pin just kept getting indexed in Google because of the popularity of that pin. Shoppers are in there pinning away. Number two, if you are aware of it or not, shoppers will be pinning your images out of your store, especially for your most popular products. So make sure that those images are optimized for Pinterest using the correct pin dimension sizes. I would get a logo on all of your images, watermark them so that if you do have a broken link to your pin, people can still see where they can go to buy your product. They can just do a quick Google search and type it in, be able to still find you easily. In case Pinterest gives them a warning and they are turned away from your store, that logo could help them be able to find you in case you do have some broken links happening on your pins. If you don't have a logo, use your domain name, anything that can help the shopper be able to find you and your products and start getting familiar with your brand. So you want to help them discover you as much as possible. If you do have a broken link that happens, there's two things that you could do. Number one, you could delete those pins that are inside of your own account to prevent them from being saved out further, especially if you are no longer going to sell that product. But there's a better solution, there's a better choice. And I would highly recommend that you go back to that product page that you took down and see if there's any way that you could replace it with a new product, a new blog post, something, to be able to get that link back again because you are losing traffic from it. Replace it with a product that is similar to the product that was in that pin. Maybe it's the same product, but in a different color. Anything that you can do to try and get that free traffic that is coming in for you would be your best solution and your best choice. But if you can't, don't fret, don't worry about it. At least now you know information of what's going on, and think very carefully before you delete a product page inside of your store or a blog post. It may have become popular. People may have been pinning the images from your blog post and from your store without you even realizing it or knowing it. So now that you know this information, decide what you want to do in case broken links appear for you. Try to prevent them as much as possible by not deleting your product pages and blog posts, but just repurposing them instead. And get your logo and your domain name on every single pin so that people can always find you no matter what, even if your links become blocked on Pinterest. People can still do a quick Google search and find you anyways. So I hope this helps you make some decisions on what to do whenever your links on Pinterest get blocked, or maybe they're broken, some choices you can make, how to prevent that. And of course, subscribe to Pin Traffic Power by hitting the subscribe button down below so that you can get immediate updates every time a video is released every single week. Hit the like button if you found value out of this video, out of the video, and you would love to see more. And I'll talk to you again soon.